Λοιπόν, χαίρετε. Πολύ μεγάλη περηφάνεια για αυτό το επεισόδιο. Μιχαλάρα, για χαρά.
Γεια σε όλους.
Γιατί έχουμε ψάξει και έχουμε καταφέρει να βρούμε δύο Τσέχους παίχτες, οι οποίοι είναι οι δήμοι της εθνικής μας, οι οποίοι όμως παίζουν στο πρωτάθλημα της Ιαπωνίας, το οποίο είναι πολύ πιο ισχυρό από ό,τι νομίζει ο κοινός νους, ας πούμε. Θα τα αναφέρουμε αυτά όλα.
Πόσες τηλεοράσεις έχουν σπάσει εξαιτίας των δύο κυρίων αυτών?
Καλά, ναι. Okay. Θα τους το ρωτήσουμε τώρα. Okay.
Ναι.
First of all, thank you very much, officially, Mr. Auda and Mr. Balvin. Thank you very much. Order Patrik and Ondrej.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. I think both of you are younger than us, so unfortunately we are old. I'm 38, so Patrik and Ondrej works. Okay. First of all, tell us. You can begin with any order. How did you end up in Japan? I know that you are very good players. You are Czech internationals. We will speak about that also. So, how did you go to Japan? Who told you about that? Have you got a common manager, for example, or what?
Pat, you're older, so you start always, okay? I appreciate it, man. Yeah, for me, I think it has been the thing that my professional career before I came to Japan, I was in pretty much different league every season, and before that, I was studying college in the States, so I was almost every year different place, and I really liked the new environments and seeing new cultures and traveling around. And I always had the idea of going also to play somewhere in Asia, and I spoke about it with my agent couple years ago that Japan is interesting market. We didn't know much about that at the time, but there was like an idea that maybe one day it would be interesting to go there to see. And 2 years ago, after I finished my season in France, there was an opening in one of the teams. And at the time, my agent, he already had some good contacts with the agents and teams here. So I said, yeah, like I would definitely be interested, because it was something unknown for me, and I always wanted to see how it works. And I have been in many different leagues around Europe, and it was all great, but I wanted to also try something new. So there was always the idea of it, and there was the opportunity. So I definitely wanted to do that, So that's kind of how it all started with me.
Okay, Ondrej, you came this season, okay?
Yes.
Or not?
Yes, exactly.
Did Patrik tell you, or you had a different manager? How did that work out for you?
No, we both got same agent. His name is Philip Paron. He works for Octagon Agency.
Mm-hmm.
And the situation basically was with me that I'm already 11 years in Spain. Basically my whole beside half of the year when I was in Bayern Munich, I played my whole professional career in Spain. And for me, the situation was similar to Patrik. I was curious to try something new, because after 11 years in Spain, you know everybody, the league really well. So you wanna try something different. And I knew about Japan because that's basically with China, they are the most known leagues in Asia. And the idea was either try to go to China or Japan, because this is the leagues where obviously you can earn a lot of money if you're not playing EuroLeague or Eurocup top level teams. And right now for me the situation last summer was that I knew that in Spain basically the all top level teams, they got everybody signed under contract in all EuroLeague and Eurocup teams. Besides, in that moment I think it was Malaga who only had a free spot. But Japan, they kind of like to deal with you really quickly, you know, because of the COVID and visa issues. So basically we were talking about it to go to Japan maybe probably in 2 years. That was the first idea, not to go really this season, but because of the COVID and other issues there are right now in European clubs, the easiest way or the most easygoing way how to go somewhere was probably in that moment Japan, because they act really quickly. I basically signed in before 15th of June. I had already signed with Japan because they need to know everything quickly. And I know that's the league where I would love to one day either China or Japan end up, because they treat you well, you know, they respect you. You can play there for as many years as you want, and that was kind of in general my idea, to move somewhere where you can extend your career for longer. Okay. Because in Europe it's not that easy, you know.
Yes, of course. How did your families react when you told them that you are going to Japan? I mean, okay, maybe you have a girlfriend or a wife or something with you right now, but in general, going to Japan, I think is not something so usual for European players.
I mean, with me, I mean, of course, they were a little bit surprised. Yes. But because I have already talked about it before, so they knew I had the idea of going there one day, and they knew like I was always going different places, and I left home when I was about 19 years old, and since then I have been living abroad, so pretty much all around the world, you know, in Europe or in the States. So they were okay with it. They were supporting me. They were also curious how it's gonna be. Unfortunately, you know, the last two years here, Japan was very strict about the borders and people coming here. So there wasn't anybody allowed from my family to come here to visit. But I believe maybe one day they will, when the situation gets better. But overall, I think they were okay with it. They were supporting me, and they just wanted me to be happy wherever I go.
Yes, of course. Ondrej, I think similar situation with you too, or?
Yeah, exactly. Because I left my home when I was 14. So my family, they're used to it that I'm always moving somewhere every year or two. So this time I don't feel like it was really a shock for them. And when I said that I'm going to Japan, I got the same as Patrik. My family, they always support me. The only thing they always take it that they're gonna have some new place to go for vacation, you know. So unfortunately, exactly what I was saying, Patrik, right now the situation wasn't really good about traveling with the COVID restrictions, but things starting changing. So let's see.
Μιχάλη, να τους ρωτήσουμε για το πρωτάθλημα, για παίκτες του πρωτάθλημα.
Ναι. Describe to us a little how is the championship, how is the league, the level, the format of the league.
Do you have something?
How is the level?
Πες, Μιχάλη, πες.
I know lots of American players are playing in the league.
Ryan Kelly plays. Or
Yes, yes.
Ryan Kelly plays. He was actually hurt this season, so he didn't play at all. But he played last year. But yeah, he's one of the guys. The league this year was 22 teams divided into 2 conferences, and pretty much you play more games against the teams in your conference, and then you play some games against the teams in the other one. I think the big difference from the Japan and the European leagues is that every team is allowed only 3 foreigners, and there could be only 2 foreigners at a time on the floor together. So what most teams do is that they get 3 foreigners, big guys. They get 3 big guys, and they rotate each other on the floor. So the domestic guys are usually point guards, wings, and that's how most of the teams work. On the other hand, where in Europe, in the leagues, you can have, I don't know, 5, 6 foreigners. You know, it depends on the league, and they can be on the floor at the same time. So I think that's like one of the biggest differences. They also has a different style of playing, of course.
Okay. Ondrej Balvin is in a rotation in a Japanese league. I can't believe that.
Ondrej, you are 2.17 meters tall.
Yes, exactly.
Like that. Okay. First of all, I can imagine how people look at you at the streets. Patrik is also tall. You are 2.6 or something like that, 2.7.
Maybe like 2.04.
Okay. This is very, very tall for them as well. But Ondrej, are you the tallest guy in the league?
Yeah, right now I'm the tallest guy in the league, definitely. And you know, whenever in any country I am, it doesn't matter, my home country, any country I am, people always stare, you know, like that's kind of part of this being this tall. And for me, it's one thing that I kind of learned, you know, through the years, that people always gonna stare. So I'm not even paying attention really. But for me, probably the most funny situation that was here, like my first week when I was walking around. Let's say that Ota, the city village where I live, it's probably not big on foreigners. You know, there are not too many here. And I was walking on the street. I was going through like next to some shop, and I remember some guy. He was like half sleeping on the chair outside the shop. So I was just passing by. So he woke up. He looked at me. He was in the shock, you know. And so he turned in the shop. He started screaming something. Whole family came out, you know, looking at me like that. I was kind of attraction somewhere there.
Okay. Tell me.
Ανάση, θες να πούμε για κάνα γεωγραφικό, για τη Γιοκοχάμα, για...
Θα πούμε και λίγο τέτοια. Tell me, please, what point you are at the championship now? I mean, are you in the quarterfinals? Are you in the beginning, in the end? I don't know from when till when does the league...
We just finished the season. We just, actually this weekend, we finished the season. Pat actually forgot to say that the league, we play here 60 games in total, because there's no cups, anything. So we play 60 games, and we started, if I'm not mistaken, right off beginning of October, and we went until now. So we finished 7th and 8th of May.
Okay. Who won the league? What happened? Tell us some things that we don't know. I mean, who was the MVP? They must have an MVP.
No, I'm saying the regular season just finished right now.
The regular
playoffs,
season.
Exactly. So the playoffs gonna start. Neither me or Pat we made it to the playoff, but they got a little bit different system here in Japan. So they got from both divisions, first 3 teams. They go automatically for playoffs, and then for the last spot on both ends, there's a wild card. So the team with best record is gonna achieve it. It can be either team from one division, both teams from one division, or from the other. So right now they're gonna start this week. They're gonna start playoffs. If I'm not mistaken, it's best out of 3 games, and they play really quickly. They basically go almost back-to-back games.
Okay. Patrik, talk to us about your city. Yokohama is much bigger than Gunma. We said your town is Gunma, Ondrej.
No.
Gunma is an
Gunma
area.
Is the province. Gunma is the province. Ota is the city.
Ota, okay.
Ota.
Okay. So, how is Yokohama like? Is it something near, I don't know, London or something like that? If you see the lifestyle.
You know, it's a really big city, and it's like right next to Tokyo as well. So you have 2 really big cities right next to each other. It's almost like one big place. You know, you almost don't recognize when you're crossing the border from one to the other. And yeah, I mean, it's in the center. It looks like a typical big city, you know, with tall buildings, a lot of people going around. But I kind of live on a side where it's more like a quiet neighborhood. That's where most of us from the team, where we live, where we practice. So we don't get to see the hectic life of the big city every day. So here it's more quiet, but if I take the train in 10-15 minutes, I'm in the center. So that's nice, you know, when you have a day off, you can walk around and relax or do whatever you want. So it's different than like the big cities, what I've seen, like for example New York and London or Paris. There's not that many tall buildings. I don't know, maybe it's because the earthquakes happen here a lot. But if you go, you know, especially during the rush hours, there's so many people, you know, going from work or stuff. So it's like unbelievable, you know, to see that many people at one time at one place. So it's a busy city, but at the same time I'm happy we kind of live on the side of it. So when it's during the week we're practicing or we play games, we can focus more on that.
Ondrej, is your place a smaller town, I guess? Or?
Oh yeah. Okay, it's considered as a town, but for me it's kind of I would even say village, you know, because the thing about Gunma in general, they think, and especially about Ota, it's great city where you can raise your family. So if you want to like quiet, nice neighborhood with a lot of schools and everything, that's perfect city where to go. It's not really for a single guy, you know. So that's kind of
yes. Okay.
No, but in general to do something here, you know, because Ota's got, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 200,000 people in general, the population. But the thing is that basically there's not even city center. There's not anything you can really consider as a city center, because most of the buildings are basically houses. I think we get like 2, maybe 10 stories buildings in the whole city. So it's kind of city that's growing right now, because there's a lot of construction around basically behind my house. There's a like huge place where they just building new houses. So I think it's future. It's something for the future, not really to live right now, as I'm saying, for me as a single guy, because there's not much to do. And also the thing is that people here really don't speak English. So I think if you go to some bigger city like Yokohama, for example, where I live, Pat, or Tokyo or Osaka, there's the zones where you're gonna probably meet people who can speak English somehow. You know, maybe they're not perfect, but they can. But basically here in Ota, there's no people speaking English. That's kind of, for example, for me issue. You know, to actually have some connection with somebody, like make friends or whatever. It's really difficult in countryside cities.
Okay. Λοιπόν, πάμε τώρα να ρωτήσουμε αυτό που μας πονάει όλους, γιατί
Έτσι.
ο Μιχάλης λέει ότι σπάσαν τηλεοράσεις στην Ελλάδα.
Τι κάνανε.
So, Mike has told me that because of you guys, most probably some TV sets have been broken.
Yeah. You are the evil demons of Greek national team. You have done us huge damage twice.
Yes. So, we should tell you some things. I guess you know it as professional players, but Greek people's mentality is that they don't accept defeat from a team that they don't think is better than theirs. Sincerely, I think that you have been better both times. You have been excellent teams with you two guys, Satoransky, Vesely, Blake, Shield, and all the other guys. But in their minds, in most people's minds, they say, okay, USA, Yugoslavia, Serbia, whatever, Lithuania, France, Spain, and after that, it is us. But this is not true, I guess, in the last years. So tell us, how do you feel when you play for the Czech Republic? Of course, you are proud. This is normal. But do you understand how good team you are? Because when you play, sometimes you don't understand. You just play. You are a very good team. You are a very well organized team in world level, international level.
You know, yeah, like you said, the first thing you always feel is the honor and being proud to be part of the national team. It's a great feeling, you know, to represent your country. But it's always so different than on a club level. To be playing with the national team, you know, because it only happens for a short period of time during the year, and I think throughout the last years, we created a really great group of guys, of friends, and I think that's what really helped us get so far. You know, we understand we're not a team full of great stars, but you know, when we're together and we all have the same goal in mind, and we're just helping each other to get the wins together, it comes automatically, you know. I don't know. That's just my feeling of that. You know, that we're really great together as a group, and I think that's something that has been created throughout the years. So by this time, we know each other very well, and we know we can rely on each other. And also, I think in many of the situations that we have been, we were always the underdog, you know. And when you go somewhere, you know, you have nothing to lose, just to play hard and have fun. And somehow, you know, you end up on the top. But I think that's what was to our big advantages in this, that we were always looked down on us, that we might not be the best team, so we have nothing to lose, and we have this great group of guys that stick together no matter what happens.
Ondrej, you were the underdogs against Canada in the qualifying tournament in Canada. So everybody was thinking, except from you guys, everybody was thinking that Canada will go against Greece or Turkey. So Greece, because Greece was in the finals. What is your mindset when everybody says, okay, you are a good team, but you're going to lose because they have NBA stars, they play at home, they should win. They should win a medal in the Olympic Games. That was the story even before the end of the qualifying tournament. What is the mindset against like that?
I agree with what Pat said. Basically, our mentality is we want to win. There's no question, because all of us, we trying to have the winning mentality. And the second thing was we went against Canada, and we knew if we wanted to make it to Olympics, in one moment we're gonna probably have to play against them. So we knew we got nothing to lose. Mm-hmm. They got NBA players, but they don't have beside basically one or two guys. They don't have NBA superstars, you know. And we knew if we're gonna play hard, anything can happen. You know, that's the beautiness of the sport. Anything always can happen. And Canada, honestly, already in the warm up, they kind of look like they think they're gonna pass by us by 2030. It's gonna be easy job. And we're gonna play Greece in the finals. But when we saw the warm up, Thomas Satoransky, he called us in the huddle, and we started talking about it. We said, "Hey, they completely just disrespecting us. We gotta show them that it's not gonna be easy for them. We're gonna give them a fucking hard time." And that's basically what we did. We just went to play game. We knew if we're gonna play hard, they're gonna have problems. Maybe we can in the end be close and fighting for the win. Maybe not, but we're gonna leave our heart on the court, and that's what happened. You know, we just play hard, and we didn't give them anything for free.
Okay, I want to ask. Okay. I want to make a question that Mike is going to laugh now. I have a crush on Haddadi. Okay, we are crazy, both of us. Don't pay attention. Ondrej, talk to me about the game against him, because you played in the first leg in the Olympic Games against Iran, and you won the game. I know, watching some highlights, I saw that Patrik was the top scorer of your team, 16 points, and you were the top rebounder. And from the other side, Haddadi was the top rebounder. So you had to clash in a way. How is it against him? He's older now, but he's a good
exactly. I know him from past. I never faced him before, but I knew the name. I knew who he was, because basically for the Iran, he's kind of like God, you know, in basketball lifestyle. So I got big respect for him, because if I'm not mistaken, he played NBA. Yeah, exactly. He was really close to, in one moment, to sign to Real Madrid. So there's no question he's really important player for Iran and in general for Asian basketball. He's one of the probably old timers of Asian basketball. So for me, anytime I play against big names like this, I get respect for them, because I know what they achieved. I know who they are. But on the other hand, I know if I give him the respect, it's gonna kill me, you know. So for me, the mentality is I'm going against anybody. I don't care who is it. If it's Giannis, if it's somebody else, I'm always gonna do my job, you know. And against Mohamed Haddadi, I came in the game. I said him hi, and then that's it, you know. Then I just played and tried to do my best against him. But I think even in his late stage of basketball career, he's still showing how amazing player he is.
You also had a huge game against Bama de Bayo.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You know, like for me in general, the Olympics were good like matchup against anybody. You know, like so for me, it's just showing myself that I can measure against the best ones on my position, and just going with it, you know, because as I'm saying, if I would thinking, or our national team would think, when we play against France, when we play against USA, they are clear favorites, but it doesn't matter. We just trying to play the matchups. You know, we played against KD. I had to defend in some moments KD, so this is situations where you just cannot thinking who the hell are you defending. You just have to do your job and try your best.
KD was disappointed this year in Greece. Olympiacos, Monaco. Okay, never mind. One final question for both of you. Patrik, who is till now the most difficult opponent that you had to face? Not like a team, a guy, a player who, whenever you play against him, you know that you're going to have problem.
I think it was Giannis when we played against Greece in at the World Cup. Mm-hmm. You know, he's an unbelievable guy, you know, with his size and skill. It's really difficult to guard him one on one. You know, it's almost impossible, I feel. So we always had to come up with other solutions, you know, to stop him. But from all the players I had the chance to play against, I think he was the most difficult to stop.
You had to
he fouled out too early in that game, Giannis.
Yes.
So did I. And if I was looking back at the game, there were not some good calls from what I think. Maybe on both sides, you know, but yeah, I mean, it is how it is.
You had to protect a difference of 10 or 11 points or something like that, and you lost by 7.
12 points.
12 points.
Yeah.
Okay, because of Brazil and something like that. Okay, Ondrej, the same with you? The most difficult opponent?
For me, when I'm thinking about it, it's probably Aleks Marić. When he was playing with Nick Calates in Lokomotiv Kuban, because it was my early years when I was playing in Sevilla in Spain, and he was absolutely killing us with Nick Calates on the pick and roll, you know. And anytime you do something against Calates, he find other ways how to get the ball for him. So Aleks Marić, he was absolutely beast that year in Kuban, and he was huge. He could move. He had good hook shot. So I remember that game that was crazy. We played against them, and he was kicking my ass like he was destroying me. It was really hard because I was young, you know. I was getting the experience, but I knew that anytime he gonna get the ball, he gonna fuck me up in some way. So that was kind of first slap I ever like basketball wise ever received from somebody. So for me, probably the worstest one was Aleks Marić.
Maybe I will say something stupid, but have you been a teammate in Sevilla with Porzingis?
Yes, I basically play with him in the second team. In the first team, I know Kristaps real well.
Okay. So you will make a connection to have him on the podcast.
Good luck with that.
Okay.
You want Mr. Ordinoris, his mentor.
Da, Ordinoris.
No.
So,
Look, I like Audi. He's a nice guy. All respect to him. But he wasn't a mentor to us, like in that moment, in that stage. Like for me, the mentor who basically raised guys like me, Beka Borjanadze, Kristaps, Tomas Satoransky, Willy Hernan Gomez, is Diego Ocampo. He's now head coach of Frankfurt in German league, and he's exactly for me this guy is the real mentor to all of young guys. He had, for example, even like Nikola Radicevic. He played a little bit in Greece. So this guy is really behind the scenes. I think he's not taking really credit what he should get. But he's the guy who knows how to amazingly develop young guys, and he's the mostly one who was behind in Sevilla for raising us young guys.
Okay. Michal, τέλος, έτσι. Okay. Thank you very much. I guess you are coming back in Europe now that you finish your job in Japan, and come back maybe when? In August, in September?
After the European Championship.
Okay. Ναι, ρε μαλάκα, έχουμε Ευρωμπάσκετ, yes.
Έχουν Ευρωμπάσκετ, βέβαια.
I forgot totally we have Eurobasket. So please. Don't do it again. Change your path around us. Who knows who will play? Okay, thank you, I'm joking. Thank you very much, Auda, Patrik Auda, Ondrej Balvin, thank you so much. You have been very helpful, and we're very happy to see inside the Japanese basketball championship because it is not very, very well known here. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much
us.
for the.
Thank you.
Thank you.